And now, the weekly global stock market summary issued by Google Finance at 1400 Pacific. The general synopsis for the week was mixed. Asian equities were generally higher, while European and American shares fell due to concerns over Greece's ongoing negotiations with the European Central Bank. The country market summaries for the week. In Australia, the ASX 200 fell 1.1% to 5,877. In Japan, the Nikkei 225 fell 1.1% to 19,652. In Hong Kong, the Hang Seng Index rose 1.4% to 27,653. In China, the Shanghai Composite rose 5% to 4,287. In India, the BSE Sensex fell 0.75% to 28,442. In Russia, the MICEX rose 0.3% to 1,674. In Germany, the DAX fell 5.5% to 11,688. In France, the CAC 40 fell 1.9% to 5,143. In Britain, the FTSE 100 fell 1.3% to 6,994. In Brazil, the Bovespa fell 0.25% to 54,074. In the United States, the S&P 500 fell 1% to 2,081.18. Regional highlights over the week. In Australia, activity was dominated by mining companies. BHP Billiton fell 0.2% to 29.97. Fortescue Metals Group rose 2.75% to 1.87. Rio Tinto fell 3.1% to 55.09. Hong Kong and China saw strong activity in rail company shares. CSR Corporation rose 59% to 35.88. China CNR Corporation rose 61% to 38.46. Japan saw gains in oil and gas and banking. Inpex Corporation rose 5.2% to 1,459.50. Mitsubishi UFJ Financial rose 5.75% to 822. Japan Airlines rose 4% to 3,865. In India, information technology and healthcare dominated trading. Rolta India fell 12% to 149.95. Mindtree Limited fell 17% to 1,295.55. Lupin Limited fell 11% to 1,768.65. Russia saw gains in energy and telecoms shares. TMK rose 6.75% to 52. Surgutneftegas rose 4% to 37.50. Solars fell 7% to 414. In Germany, traders sold cars and bought high-tech. Bilfinger fell 0.33% to 57. Sartorius rose 8% to 137.20. ThyssenKrupp fell 3.8% to 24.32. In France, transportation stocks did well. Airbus rose 0.33% to 62.07. Renault rose 1% to 90.41. Teleperformance fell 7 2/3% to 62.26. Britain focused on energy and drinks during the week. Diageo fell 3 1/3% to 1,876.50. Royal Dutch Shell rose 3% to 2,089. BP rose 1 2/3% to 477.44. Brazil's market was dominated by energy and telecoms. Light SA rose 5.5% to 15.80. Telefonica Brazil rose 2% to 13.48. And finally, in the US, traders were most focused on technology and banking. Netflix rose 25% to 571.55. Bank of America fell 1% to 15.56. Goldman Sachs rose 0.75% to 197.35.